Good morning. It is time for our weekly virtual story time at Bartlesville Public Library. I'm Miss Laura, and I'm happy to be with you here today. Hello, how are you? Hello, how are you? Hello, how are you? How are you today? I'll tell you, this is the time of year that my throat gets all weird. So I probably sound like a frog when I'm singing our hello song. And I'll have to talk very quiet. My first book is by Mercer Mayer. Mercer Mayer wrote a lot of stories about this guy. Do you know who that is? Right here? Lil Critter. This is Lil Critter just shopping with Mom. We went shopping. We went to the food store. I got to push the cart. It was heavy, but not too heavy. I want to ride, said my little sister. Don't you think you're too big to ride? Asked Mom. Nope, said my little sister. I had to push her too, and then the cart was very heavy. I picked some apples for Mom. My little sister picked a red plum, but she ate it. I think Mom was mad. You're not supposed to eat the food while you're in the store, right? My little sister grabbed a bag of candy. Mom said, not today. Mom said, stay here. I'll be right back. Little sister is throwing a little fit, isn't she? I turned around and my little sister was gone. I looked and looked, but I didn't know where she could be. Wait, I had that wrong. The baby is throwing a little fit, so Mama has to probably take him and change his diaper or something. And little sister disappeared. I looked and looked. I didn't know where she could be. Do you see her anywhere? I found her back at the candy. I tried to make her come with me, and she said, no. Then Mom found both of us. I think she was mad. My little sister said, I want candy. Mom said, I told you no candy today. Would you like to go to timeout instead? We walked by some books. We each got to pick one. 2 books, said little sis. No, 1 book, said Mom. We walked by some toys. My little sister said, I want the yellow duck. Mom said, you don't need the yellow duck. I really need a red pail, said my little sister. No, said Mom. Mom wanted paper towels. My little sister pulled out a roll from the bottom of the pile, and everything fell down. The man who owned the store didn't look too happy. Mom paid for everything. We took the food to the car. My little sister said, I want ice cream. I said, I want ice cream too. Mom said, not now. We have another place to go. We walked back to the mall. We passed by the bakery. My little sister said, I want cake. Not today, said Mom. We passed by the pet store. What do you think little sister said? I want a kitty. But you already have a kitty, said Mom. We passed by the toy store. I want a doll, said my little sister. Nope, said Mom. You need a new dress. We walked into the dress store. Mom picked out a dress. My little sister tried it on. Mom said, doesn't she look sweet? I said, yes. Mom bought the dress, then we all went to get an ice cream cone. Finally, that was the best part. The end. We all know the song Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, right? This book, Kate Dopirak and Mary Peterson made this book. It's called Twinkle Twinkle Little Car. The word star and the word car rhyme with each other. Twinkle Twinkle Little Car. Twinkle, twinkle, little car, how you love to travel far. Now it's time to go to bed, but you want to drive instead. Hit your headlights, hang a right, cruise around to say goodnight. Honk to tractors in their shed, they're already tucked in bed. Beep, beep. Airplane swoops across the sky, vroom, vroom, zooms as you pass by. Open windows, drop the top, race to town before you stop. Trucks and taxis, buses too, they all toot good night to you. Swish your wipers, blink your lights, set the station in your sights, the fire station. Sirens whoop and whistles blow, what a flashy goodnight show. Roll through the construction site, cranes and diggers wave goodnight. Take a pit stop in the park, now it's getting really dark. Over, up, around, and through, what's a sleepy car to do? See the ferry motor on, muffle back a roomy yawn. Uh-oh, tank is running low, engine purrs, then starts to slow. Putt-putt home and pull right in and let your beep-beep dreams begin. Good night, car. The end. Okay, I have a story about a little girl fox. Her name is Rosie, but everyone calls her Nosy Rosie because she has a really good sense of smell. This was written and illustrated by Holly Keller. Nosy Rosie. Here's your lost cookie, Rose said to Truffles. How did you find it? Truffles asked. I smelled it, said Rose. Rose could find anything with her nose. She found Meadow's dress-up lipstick when it fell out of her pocket. It smells red, said Rose. She found Spike's new baseball when he lost it in the grass. It smells new, Rose explained. She found baby Harry's bottle when he put it in the mailbox. I love the smell of milk, Rose said. And when Mama couldn't find her handkerchief, Rose found it because it smelled like Mama. One day, Meadow called Rose Nosy Rosie. The name stuck, and everyone started calling her Nosy Rosie. Rosie hated it. "Don't call me that," she said, but nobody listened. So Rose stopped finding things. "Please, Nosy Rosie," Meadow said when she couldn't find her jump rope. Rose pretended not to hear. "Please, Nosy Rosie," said Truffles when her doll's dress was missing. "Please, Nosy Rosie," said Spike when he lost his baseball again. Rose just walked away. "I don't hear you because that's not my name," Rose shouted. "We don't need you anyway," said Truffles. "We can find our own things," said Meadow. "Fine with me," said Rose, and she went outside. Rose walked in the forest behind the house because she loved the smell of pine trees. After a while, she stopped to rest. When she woke up, the sun was fading. Rose sniffed the air. Then she sniffed the ground. She smelled powder and soap. Rose knew right away that she smelled baby Harry. She followed her nose to a thorny bush, and there was Harry trapped underneath it. He was very happy to see Rose. Rose untangled him and smoothed his fur. "I was looking for you," said Harry. When Mama discovered that Harry was missing, she was frantic. She told everyone to search for him. Meadow looked under things. Spike looked into things. Truffles looked behind things, and Mama looked everywhere else. "We need Nosy Rosie," said Truffles. "She could find Harry in 2 minutes," said Meadow. "Where is Nosy Rosie?" Spike asked. "I haven't seen her for hours." "Oh dear," said Mama. Rose and Harry got home a few minutes later. "I smelled him in the bushes," said Rose. Mama hugged them both. "You're awesome," said Meadow. "You're amazing," said Truffles. "You're incredible," said Spike. "Thank you," said Rose. "But I'm just Rose, and that's the only name I want." And nobody ever called her anything else again. That's the end. I have one more story by Lois Ehlert. Feathers for lunch. Feathers for lunch. See the kitty cat peeking out the window at that bird? What do you think the cat's thinking? Uh-oh, door's left open, just a crack. My cat is out and he won't come back. He's looking for lunch, something new. A spicy treat for today's menu. His food in a can is tame and mild. So he's gone out looking for something wild. He's snooping and sneaking. Those birds sure look good. If he could catch one, he'd eat it. He would. But when his bell jingles, birds call a loud warning. Big Cat got out early this morning. But cats can't fly, and they can't soar, and birds know what their wings are for. So he keeps prowling, hoping to munch. but all he catches are feathers for lunch. Now let's look at all the different birds we saw in this story. This red bird is a cardinal. This is an oriole. And this is a red-winged blackbird. Blue jay, robin, dove. Here's a hummingbird, a goldfinch, a sparrow, and a wren. I bet you can guess what these are. Woodpeckers. That's the end of Feathers for Lunch. I hope you all had a fun Halloween weekend and week last week. We've got some things coming up this month at the library that I will tell you about next week in virtual story time. We have a new craft, take-home craft for the week. We have story time Wednesday and Thursday here at the library. I've had a great time with you this morning, and I will see you next week. Thank you.